Hi, this is Majinoni, and I got the last batch of reviews for today. We have Thunderbolts 156, Avengers Academy number 12, and Super Dinosaur number 1. Um, I'll do Super Dinosaur number 1. Yeah, this one's by Robert Kirkman and Jason Howard. The main reason why I bought this was because of Robert Kirkman, and the book really didn't disappoint. It's not what I would consider the greatest thing in the world, but I think it has a lot of potential. There is some humor to it. Basically, this is a story of this kid, Derek Dynamo, and his, I guess you can say, dinosaur sidekick. Um, and what they basically do is they go out and defeat other evil dinosaurs, causing mischief around the world. Um, Derek is actually he's really super intelligent. He can handle himself pretty well. He's got like a little toy robot thing. He's got some gadgets. So overall, he can do he can hold his own. But what he really does need is he needs the firepower and strength of his dinosaur buddy. It's in a sense it's your classic story of super genius dad versus evil genius villain on the other side. The main thing about the dad, though, is he's losing his geniusness, I guess you can say. Um, he's he's not as smart as he used to be, but his son's picking up the pace and basically help carrying his dad. There's a lot of humor to it. It's not like laugh out loud insanity humor, but it's like the little things that happen. Like for an example, there's like this engineer type guy who's going to be going to the house. I mean, their secret lab to help repair the armor and whatnot. And when they arrive there, you see like the dinosaur is playing a PlayStation or Xbox, and it's like little things like that that kind of make it kind of funny. Um, but overall, it was an enjoyable read. I'm really looking forward to see what's going to happen down the road. I would recommend it, but just understand it's not. I'll word it this way: it's not for everybody. Just because I know there's a lot of people out there who look at superhero titles and think that that's the only type of comic book there is. So if you keep an open mind, I think you might find this enjoyable, especially long term. Uh, I wouldn't give up on the first issue. Give it at least 2 or 3 issues to see how it progresses, to see if the humor keeps up, and as long as the relationship is dynamic between Derek and the dinosaur, then I think it's going to be a win. So that's that review. Next up is Avengers Academy. Now, it's really sad when you really think about it. New Avengers and Avengers are the heavy hitters, and that's the book that is supposed to be the best. Unfortunately, it's Avengers Academy. And, I know I was down on it at the beginning of the series, but it's really coming into its own. I just hate Vale and Hazmat to no end, but I think the other characters are interesting. Now, I'm going to rephrase my statement. When I say I hate Hazmat, I just hate the wah, I'm still stuck in the suit attitude. Don't get me wrong, if I was her, I'd be saying the same exact thing, and I think that's why I hate her. Because it's like, ugh. But anytime it's outside of that, where she's crying about, about her powers, I think she's a really interesting character. I think potentially they can do a lot with her, and I really look forward to seeing her growth as a character. Vale, on the other hand, she's just a whiny bitch. I wish she was dead, because she causes trouble, and I understand the trouble is what's keeping the stories interesting, but I just hate her because, it just drives me up the wall. Anyways, I think while I enjoyed the issue, I thought the issue was full of unbelievable acts of action, I guess you can say. Keep in mind, Krovac here beat all of the Avengers. I mean, he beat every single heavy hitter. And when you tell me that the Avengers Academy is the only team that can beat Krovac, you've made me already go, you're so full of BS. Now, this is going to be a spoiler. Now, what really got me is you take the two characters who are emoing the most, and those are the characters that are going to turn everything around and bring victory to the team. So that kind of, it's like I can see how they set up the plot. I understand what they've done to advance the story, and technically they made the right decisions along the way because it's still an entertaining read. but on a personal level, because I hate Vale so much, it just drives me crazy that she's involved. But anyways, like I said, there's some unbelievable acts of heroism. This was awesome here because Stryker got killed, and then you think that he's going to die permanently type thing, or sorry, his future self dies, but he gets resurrected back to his old self, where he's a young kid still, and he just takes off running like a scared girl. And so I thought that was kind of funny. But overall, I don't know. I mean, I enjoyed it. I don't know where this thing is going to go from here. It left a couple of interesting directions where it can go, especially with a lot of these characters. It really did leave it open-ended, and I'm really curious to see where they're going to go. So, totally enjoyable. If you're not buying it, you should, because this really is probably the best Avenger title out on the market right now. Finally, Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts was a win for only one reason for me, and I'll get to that reason in just a little bit. Now, even though I'm saying that it was a win for one reason, it does not take away that this book is probably one of the most enjoyable Marvel titles that I'm reading right now. To be honest with you, these two are the ones that every single month, it's consistent. I'm enjoying every issue. Some issues I may not enjoy as much. There's some issues where deep down I go, well, that really was a good issue, but there's things about it like Vale that I hate, and that hatred brings up negativity. But Thunderbolts, like I said, has been continuously solid. And this is another title. If you're not reading it, you're supporting the wrong book, is what I'm trying to say. Stop reading the crap and then buy Thunderbolts and Avengers Academy, and let's make sure that these two titles will keep going. Anyways, what we have here is Luke Cage finds out about the new, the beta team right over here, and he's not happy with it, but this is something that probably should be done anyways, because in theory the Thunderbolts are all going into no-win situations, and it's amazing that they're coming back alive. So once that's explained, then what happened? The issue is split into two groups, basically, two sections. The first section is the interviews with these people, so that way you can find out who's going to be the next Thunderbolt troll, and we'll see where that goes. And the second part is Thunderbolt's Prime team learns that Satana is their new member, which kind of freaks out everybody because that's the daughter of Satan. Now, they brought her because they have a really high-risk mission that's dealing with the occult. And now that they have their occult member, then now here she is. Now, the part that was the full win for me, and this is 100% perviness, but it's the full win, was you see Satana's going around to her teammates, but she totally feels up Moonstone's boobs, and then she totally feels violated afterwards. That was like pure joy and win for me, and I could not help but enjoy it. And keep in mind, Moonstone does this kind of thing to every male member of the Thunderbolts in the past. So to have it done to her by the daughter of Satan, totally, it's a win-win-win. Anyways, I thought the end battle where they go to the occult was awesome, but it reminded me of a lot of Hellboy, because here we have Nazi ghosts and zombies and whatnot. It looks like there's a werewolf there also. So that brought up the positive side of Hellboy and things like that. But overall, I really, really, really enjoyed it. I think, while I have not read the rest of this week's books, these three, I think, are solid. This one's a questionable solid still, because it's, this is just the first issue, and I want to see where it's going to go. But I'm definitely going to add this to my pull list. These two, continuing excellence. So, anyways, if you have any comments or questions, let me know. Rate the video up or down. Let me know what you think. And as you can see here, it looks like this is going to be a free comic book day comic. So you might want to check it out then. So until next time.